Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Will. I'm the creator at Will's Creations. I just wanted to come on or do a quick little video of a little table arrangement. Found this cute little can while we were out thrifting, and I thought, well, it needs a fall arrangement in it, so why not? So, got a few supplies laying here. We'll look at the supplies. Got some eucalyptus. This will probably be the only greenery that I really use is going to be the eucalyptus. I have a little grapevine pumpkin. Have some berries, a sunflower bush, these little things called foxtails. And then I got the little pieces that come off of the foxtails. It's just like the onion grass that some call it, but maybe I'll stick those in there. Supplies, I got my wire cutters, got scissors, floral tape, and of course my handy dandy skewers. Don't know if I'll need it, but I do have my pick machine right here off camera, just in case we need to make the stems a little bit longer. So when you first start the arrangement, we want to decide, do we want this to be an all-around arrangement, a one-sided arrangement? What do we want it to look like? I like the little can, so I think I'm going to do this one all the way around. So in that case, I'm going to start with my longest flower, and I kind of bend it. As you can see, it kind of bends because it's going to be in the middle of the arrangement, but when you're looking at it from the front, I don't want to be looking under the flower. So this way, when you look at it, you're looking at the flower. But we are going to add glue to these, so I'm going to got my glue skillet off camera here. You can't see it in the shot, but I'm going to dip this in the glue, bring it over, and stick it in the arrangement. Normally, when you do these, the rule of thumb is 1.5 times the height or the width of the container, whichever is bigger. In this case, it would be the height, but I don't really want it way up here. I'm going to leave it about right in there. I like that height on that. So there's the first one. Stick it right in the middle. Like I said, with bending this down, you see you're looking at the flower, not under the flower. So I want to go ahead and take the grapevine pumpkin. These come from Hobby Lobby. They were on sale. I got these actually last year. I'm going to dip it in the glue. And I want to bring it in kind of over to the side, but maybe hanging over the bucket just a little bit. Kind of setting right in there. Now this is going to be an all-around arrangement, but as you see, there'll still be a front, but any way you look at it, you're going to see flowers. So there's the first flower, there's the pumpkin. All right. So when you're looking at it, I usually go in like triangles or diamonds, or so we're going to make this like a stair step. The first flower is here. Let me turn it back around. It's easier to see here. The first flower is here, so I want to bring the next one around in here facing out. That way we've got the stair step. And I'm going to use the pumpkin like a third flower to create the stair step, but all right. So I'm going to cut this one just a little bit. I'll turn it back around where I can see, dip it in the glue. Trusting myself tonight. I'm gluing as I go. Normally I don't. If these are just for video purposes or something, I don't glue them. And if I decide to take them to the shop, I will go in and glue them. But for video purposes, normally I don't glue them in case I want to take them out and redo them or whatever. So okay, this one's not wanting to stay where I'm putting it. I'm going to bring it right in here to the front, leaning out just a little bit. So there's our first placement. We have our high one, we step down to this, and then if there was another one here, we'd step over here. Now, I'm going to just work around the arrangement. You want to take the next one, look at it from the front. Like I said, you want different heights. I don't want them all in the same plane. I'm going to bring the next one. If you're looking at it, and I'll try to work on this from where you're looking at it. So if you're looking at it here, I want to bring this one right in here a little bit higher, or we can even go a little bit lower, but I'm thinking a little higher. May have to put a little pick on this one because it is a little bit shorter. All right, so I just use my steel pick machine, which just puts this little pick on it. You don't have to do that. There's always the other option that I usually do, which is the floral tape and the skewer, which you can get at like Dollar Tree, Dollar General, any of those places, Ingles, anywhere that has the bamboo skewers, you can do it. All right, so when you're looking at it from the front, we got it here. We kind of want this one in there. It can, like I said, be a little higher or a little lower. I'm going to start out a little higher and see. No, you know what? Let's go right in there. Okay. So there we go. That way, when you still look at it from the front, we still have the stair steps. This one can go in a little bit more, but it's glued, so it's not going to really move a whole lot. But that way, all your flowers are on different planes, different heights. Okay? So there's the first ones. There was 6 of these, so I may only use 5 because I got the one here. I may not need the 6th one, but there was 6 on the bush when it would come out. Some of them, if you notice too, has the white centers, and some of them have the brown centers. So I'm just kind of mixing and playing with them. All right, now this one I'd kind of like to have right in there. I think, you know what? Let's bring the one over here on this side and bring it maybe a little bit higher. There is rules, when doing flowers, but rules are made to be broken. So with floristry, I'm going to bring this one down just a little bit. Okay. So there, we still have our varying heights. I think I may bring 2 back here, bring one kind of up and the other one down just to fill them in. These are about the same height, so that part's not going to matter. I'm going to bring one up here, but we still got varying heights. This is the back so far. So I still have all these varying heights, but I'm also going to bring one right down in here just to fill in. So I'm going to bring this one to the back. I'm going to cut it. Normally I start with greenery. Tonight I started with the flowers. Again, like I said, there's no right or wrong way. It's just whatever makes it comfortable for you. Okay, I like this. That way, as we're looking at it, anywhere on the front that we look, we have something nice to look at. And I did want to kind of keep these handles, there on the front. So I got glue strings hanging on me. I can feel them. Okay, so there's the flowers in it. I like that placement. The next thing I want to come in with is this eucalyptus. And we're going to just start sticking this in. I'm going to have some high, excuse me, I got the hiccup. Some high, some low, all in between. I do want one right in here, so I'm going to dip it in the glue. Bring it right in here to kind of come over the pumpkin. But it really just incorporates into it. And I like looking in the camera because I can see. So I got the flowers, and then we have visual here as well. Okay, so this is one stem of this eucalyptus. May need more, may need less. We're just going to play it by ear as we go. But I have the one there. Then I dip it in the glue. Bring the one in here. Let it kind of fill in. Now there's our front so far. A little short one here. Let's look and just see. Yeah, I'm going to bring this short one that I cut off. I'm going to dip it in the glue. I'm going to bring it right here where these leaves are, and I will show you why in just a second. Okay. Now I brought it low right here. But the reason I did that is because if you look, it's like a line, but now that line continues down. We got the leaves off the sunflowers here, and then we have our eucalyptus filling in there. So I'm just going to continue working this, and this is another little piece. So I'm just going to continue dipping and gluing and inserting them into the arrangement all around. Okay. And you can cut some of them. They don't all have to be so high, but if you cut it, come right on the top of a leaf and cut it. And that way it looks like it's meant to be that way. All right, this one has berries on it, so I want to stick it right in here. Again, dip it in the glue, bring it back here, and tuck it into the arrangement. Okay. And I do have these little glue strings that you see me keep pulling off. But when you're finished, if you'll take a hair dryer or a heat gun and just run over. It'll melt these little glue strings, and they'll all be out of your way. All right, got another piece of eucalyptus I'm going to bring over. I'm going to bring it right in here in this area. Right in there. Okay. All right, I got a little space under this one, so we're going to cut some of them again. We'll take this little piece and tuck under this flower. This is just going to be a cute little like side table arrangement, or just in a little corner where you want just a little color without overpowering. I'm going to bring this one right in here. Let it kind of lay there. Okay. I like it. I'm going to bring this one kind of off to the side over here. With this that we call greenery that we're using, we're just going to fill in anywhere where you think there's a hole, or you're looking at it and you're like, I need some of the color here. We'll just bring a piece of it in. Just lift up the leaves or anything you have there and tuck in the piece of greenery or the fall color that you're wanting there. And the good thing is it's on a wire, so you can bend it. Okay. Okay. So that's what we have so far. I'm going to take a piece. I'm going to bring a piece right in here because there's a lot of green right there without that fall color. Okay, don't need it quite that big, so cut that little piece off. Perfect. We love it when a plan comes together. You may have noticed if you follow me on Facebook or my YouTube page, I did create just a page. We have the group that was like the private group that people were members of, but people wanted to share stuff on there. And well, with it being the private group, it was unable to share. So I did create just the page, same name, Will's Creation or Will's Creations, on Facebook. Some of you may have got an invite from me. It's on there. With Facebook's new rules, your pages has to be 60 days old and has to have 100 followers before you can do lives on it. So I can't do lives on it yet, so I have to do pre-recorded videos like this for now. But once we reach our goals or our qualifications of, like I said, 100 days or 60 days old and with 100 members, then we can do lives in the group. And that's the reason, or in the page, and that's the reason too that I created it. Like I said, people wanted to share, but there's some things people want me to show them how to do. And so I thought, well, if we can go on there and do lives where anyone can come on and watch and join and we can talk and have a good time, while we craft, it would be perfect. So it's out there. Will's Creations, like I said, I'm also on YouTube, but it's just Will's Creation on Facebook. If you see the page and want to join it, please like it, follow it, and we'll have some fun out there on it too. So I got one piece of this left and a little piece of the leaf, but I'm going to save it for now. So this is what we have so far. Just a very simple little arrangement going on. All right, so now I'm going to come to the berries. I like these little berries. These are cute. Matter of fact, I think these may have came from, surprisingly, Dollar Tree. But some of their stuff like this, even when you mix it in with your more expensive flowers, it's great. It's a good way to do it. So don't never discount them. Check it out. When you're around looking for flowers and little accents, check out Dollar Tree. They got some good stuff sometimes. Yeah. Put up just one of the little shot of berries there. And you just want to look around, and like if you see one there and then you come on down, just anywhere you see holes or whatever, just fill in with these. There's not a right or wrong. It goes here, it don't go there, don't stick it here. It's whatever you want. It's your arrangement. It's taken me a long time because I was so bent on the rules. Oh, we got to do, multiples of 3. There's got to be a triangle. If there's a space here, then I need one here. If there's something there, I need something here. So it's taken me a little while to kind of get out of that habit of everything having to be in a certain spot or being a certain way, and just learning, have fun with it. It's your creation. It's your art. If you want to stick a berry there, put a berry there. If you want to stick a leaf there, put a leaf there. Totally up to you. You know, like I said, it's your creation, your work of art. You make it how you like it. Now, I do custom work, so, if someone asks me to make them something, I will. If they want it a certain way, then I try to do it that way. But generally, I will also tell them, I can do it for you, but it's going to be my interpretation of it. It may not be the exact way that picture that you're sending me, but I will do it for you. Make it, but it may look a little different than, like I said, than the picture you sent me. I did go through too and pop these tops off and glue them ahead of time just so it would save a little bit of time. So they are all glued on for security because nothing worse than berries popping off or leaves popping off. We don't want none of that. We're professionals around here after all. So just going to continue going around the arrangement. Anywhere I see a hole or anywhere I think I want one of these or need one of these, I'm going to stick one in there just to fill in. It's a real good way to fill in gaps and cracks, and like I said, just wherever as you turn it, you look and say, oh, I need a berry, like right here. Okay, I got berry here, I got berries here, but we can still use some here. So I'm going to stick one right in here. May need to put it on a skewer, just a little bit of a skewer. So here's a good example of how we use the skewers. This is just a wooden skewer. I'm just going to cut it. Just a little piece there. It's still got the point. I'm going to put it on the stick, on the flower. This is floral tape. It's not sticky until you stretch it. It has the wax in it. And once you stretch it, it'll stick to itself. So that's what you see me stretching and taping. I'm just going to tape it up like that. I come back over it usually again just to make sure I got it. Just like that. Now the berry's taller and it's all covered and taped and ready to go. So dip it in the glue and stick it in the arrangement. And I'm moving the leaves around so I don't get glue all over the foliage off the flowers that's down in there because we don't want that. Okay, there we go. All right. So there we go. Now we have the berries there. So like I said, just keep looking. Even if you have some, there's berries here, but you can still put some right here. So I got a few more left. So take this one and put it in there. This was just going to be a quick arrangement just to come on, so y'all could see, say hello, tell y'all about the new page, and do this little demonstration or this little arrangement. I'm going to set this in my office so I have a little bit of fall while I'm working during the day. So like I said, just go around anywhere you see that you want a berry, put a berry in there. Okay. It's looking pretty good. I may still bring one. I have the eucalyptus there. But I may bring one a little lower right here on top of this pumpkin, just to incorporate the pumpkin a little bit more into the arrangement. Just like that, just to highlight the pumpkin. All right, we've just got a couple of things left. We've got these little onion grass that I call them that was on these foxtails, and we've got the foxtails. But before I put these in, let's decide. Do we want them without the leaf or to use the leaf? Because they give it a little bit of more texture. So let's try it with the leaf and see. All right. And with these, it's the same as the berries. Just anywhere that you feel you want one, insert it into the arrangement. They're a little bit longer, so you may want to push them a little deeper just so they don't stick out as far. And with these, we can do the same thing. We can add them on a steak. We can put them on a skewer. I'm gonna take these off. I can come back and use the leaves, but I'm gonna take them off for now because I want to get these tucked more into the arrangement. And that leaf, doesn't really let me do that. Okay, so there's one. Okay. Yeah, but we can use these. Don't throw them away because we can stake them. We can put them on sticks. We can do that with any of that and use them. So we don't waste it. We paid for it, so we don't want to waste it. Okay. Yeah. I like those in there. Just to break it up. I'm glad we did decide to go without the I'm gonna add the leaves, just not on the stick or on the pig. Okay, so we're just adding these in. And you can come in sometimes, like even though there's one there, you know what, make it a cluster. Put two there together. I'm gonna put this one on a stick. It's a little short, so I'm gonna stick it. Again. Stretch and twist. I'm gonna chop it just a little bit, even though I got all that stick on there. I'm gonna chop it. I'm not throwing it on the floor. I have a trash can right off camera right there. So, but what I want to do is have two of these here, like a little cluster of them, because it's kind of cute. And I will show you in just a minute. All right, see, like right there, I clustered these two together, but they look. It fills in good. It looks good. Okay. All right, so we got that one there. Just going to continue around, adding these into the arrangement. Like I have a hole right here. I got one right here, but you know what? I'm going to bring one right here. So I'm going to cut this one a little bit shorter. Dip it in the glue and bring it to the arrangement. And I am putting them at different heights as well. I'm going to bring a real short one. I'm going to cut this one pretty short. Real short. I'm going to put it right here beside the pumpkin, but we're going to bend it down a little bit over the side of the can. Just because it feels like it needs something right here, but I don't want to. Well, okay. Here we go. Bring me another one. We'll cut another one short. Save that leaf. Yeah, and bring it right there. Because that pumpkin just has everything pushed back, I just wanted to really fill in around the pumpkin. So that's what we have so far. I got a couple more of them. Don't want to waste them. It's the only ones left. So just going to cut these off. Like I said, I'm going to save these leaves. I will add them in toward the bottom in a minute. I'll show you. We'll use the pick machine and pick them and still put them in there. We could use one right in here coming out. So let's do that. All right, so let's cut it a little bit shorter. Okay. And looking at it from the side, it does need something right here, even though there's some up top. So I'm going to bring it in, kind of bend it down just to let it hang over the side a little bit to bring that interest in there. Okay, I got one more. And I'm thinking right in there. So let's cut it a little bit shorter. Okay. And we're going to bring it right around in here. And kind of let it hang over the side as well. Okay. So there's what we got so far. There's our front. And then it goes all the way around. Okay. I will use these, and what we can do is we can put these on stakes on the skewers I'm throwing at you. We can do them the same way. Stick the skewer. There's a little hole in it already, but stick the skewer on there, and we'll tape it. And I don't need it this long, so I'll have to cut this off. But Maybe we'll cut this, save that little piece because we can use it. And just bring them into the arrangement and let them kind of stick out in different areas, different places. Again, this is up to you and what you like. You know, someone may look at it and go, "Oh, I don't like a leaf there." Well, you know what? Once you buy it, you can take it out if you don't like the leaf there. But when we were creating it, that's where we wanted the leaf, so that's where the leaf went. Yeah, people don't, realize when you're doing this, flower arranging is an art form. It's an expression, and it's what you like. I mean, of course, if you're doing it for someone, if they've ordered it and they want it a certain way, then yeah, we need to do it that certain way. But in general, it's what looks pleasing to you. When you're working on it and creating it and making it, it's what you think looks good, or where you're like, I like that there, I don't need this here, I need to add something here. That's what it's all about. So when I first arrange something, that's my philosophy. And then, like I said, I always tell people, you know what, we can change it, we can take away, we can add to, whatever to make it work for you. And I'm just going to use this little piece of stick because I want one kind of low down here. But you know what? Anyone can do this. Anyone at all can do this. And just have fun with it. Like I said, I was intimidated for a long time when I was first started doing flowers, and sometimes I still am, but I'm like, that's not where that should go, or that's not how that video said to do it, or that's not how that designer does it, and then that's when I got to thinking, you know what, I just told myself right there, that's not how that designer does it. Or that's what this designer said to do. But again, you're taking it back. That's what they said to do. So I started doing it more of like, what do I like? If I was doing this for me, what would I put where? Would you put this here? Did you like that there? And that's how I started doing it, and just start believing in yourself because you can do this. I can do it. You can do it. Anybody can do it. It's just using your creativity and your imagination and making it pleasing to your eye and what you like. Okay. So that's those stuck in there right now. I may have a few more over there that we can stick in there, but this is the arrangement so far. Okay. I do have this, like I said, this is what we call onion grass, but I want to put it in there. So I'm also going to put it on skewers, or technical term, we're putting it on picks. It's a skewer. Don't tell nobody. It's a pick. But yeah, it's just a skewer. That's all this really is. But it works. It's great. It's cheap. You get a whole bunch you get 100 of them at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. So yeah, I use them all the time for everything. Anytime I'm at Walmart and I find them, or like I said, at Dollar Tree or wherever, I get them. And I did curl these a little bit already, but what you want to do is just use your scissors and press against it and curl it. And it just gives it a little bit of life, a little bit of movement. You don't want these super, super long. You just want them spraying out of the arrangement like this. And then I just kind of take my hand and pull them around like that. So we got one there. There's only 4 of these, so we're just going to spread them around the arrangement and fill in. But yeah, I believe we are almost done with this. Like I said, I'm making this one for me. This is going to sit in my office to give me some fall to look at when I'm working. I did curl, but I'm going to curl this a little bit more just because, we really like the curly cues on there. Okay. That was some tough foam right there. I like to curl it and then just pull it and let it flop kind of where it wants to go. So that one's all laying there. So I got two more left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to curl one and stick back here and stick one around the pumpkin. And I believe once we do that, we are going to be pretty well done with this. This was just something quick and easy. I just wanted to show you if you just had a few flowers or a few supplies and just a few minutes, that you can make something. You know, I love all those beautiful arrangements that you see on YouTube and all that, but sometimes some of the process I'm like, oh, I can't afford that. So that's the reason I started doing flowers. I wanted those nice things and I wanted those pretty things in my home, but some of those price tags was way beyond what I wanted to spend for it. Probably because I'm a cheapskate. Maybe that's what it is. Because once you start doing this, you realize, you know, the time people have in it and the supplies and all that. You realize how much money is really, you know, invested in this stuff when people do it. So once you make a few and you start pricing it and doing it, spending the time, you realize, okay, these people are really not making anything off these, you know. So I do sell them. Some of my work you can get. I did team up. Rocky's cousin Jennifer owns Flowers and Time in Dunlap. It's a florist. She does fresh flowers, so I take some of my silks up there, and I've started doing fresh flower arranging as well. Jen's showing me how, and I'm doing some arrangements with her. But yeah, you know, the arrangements can be picked up. Some of them, I usually once I make them, I take them up there, and then you know, if people want them for funerals or just for their home or whatever, they're able to get them there at the shop. So, like I said, it's Flowers and Time in Dunlap, Tennessee. Jennifer's the owner. Like I said, that's Rock's cousin, but you know, some of my work is there. I do wreaths, I do swags, I do mailbox toppers, you know, table arrangements, centerpieces, just different things. I'll show you. Let me show you this real quick. So this is pretty much our done. I love how airy and open it is. But that's our arrangement. But what I was going to show you, they're doing a fundraiser, and so I made a wreath for the fundraiser. This is for a donation, but I also do grapevine wreaths. So you know, I can do videos on how to make wreaths if that's something y'all would like to see. Like I said, if you would just go check out my page, Will's Creation. It's on Facebook. It's just the page. The group's out there too. You'll see the group, but just the page itself is out there. Like I said, Will's Creation. It's just like I said, something fun. Once we reach the qualifications of it, we will start doing lives on the page so you can interact with me, ask questions as I'm doing it, or if there's something you want to see, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to make a video on it or do a live, and we can, you know, live Q&A where we can go over how to price your materials or your finished products, anything like that. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, a great rest of your weekend, because it's Saturday night. If you're watching football, tonight was great because Vanderbilt took down Alabama. Way to go. I'm a Georgia fan. Yes, Alabama beat us last week, but hey, they lost tonight to Vanderbilt, so I'm good. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a great night, a rest of your evening. Like I said, go out and check out Will's Creations. Give it a like, give it a follow, spread it around to your friends. We'll talk to you all later. Good night, y'all.